Hi everyone, I am Jare Tiamiyu. Today, my discussion today is about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Mr. President, I think there are some things we have to look at. In the last 2 years and maybe 3 months, or yes, 2 years and 3 months now, that's about 27 months. The people of this country have been asked to endure, we have been asked to persevere, we have been asked to accommodate all the policies, all this and that. But unfortunately, it seems the president and the ruling classes are not ready to actually persevere. They are not ready to change their own lifestyle. Mr. President, let me start from the latest one. And the one is coming from the Revenue Allocation and Mobilization Agency, telling us that they are trying to increase the salary of the president, the vice president, the governor, and the deputy governors, and even the members of the National Assembly, saying that the current amount is very little. You have to ask, are they earning 70,000 naira minimum each? I mean, are their earnings actually according to the 70,000 naira minimum? Because that is what the president approved. In the last 2 years plus now, we have an average Nigerian just hear about economic development. It has not reduced the price of commodities in the market. We are still talking about the reduction we have in the price of premium motor spirit, the petrol. The popular one is still just, we are still offering around 850, 880, 900 in some places. Is that what we call reduction? Is that the change? Is that the renewed hope that we have promised? Another thing is that in the last 2 years, you will also look at it that the president in this video promised us that there is going to be power supply in 2 years. Let us listen to the video.
Whichever way, by all means necessary, you must have electricity, and you will not pay for estimated bill anymore. A promise made will be a promise kept. If I can't keep the promise and I come back for second term, don't vote for me.
We'll ask ourselves, it is 2 years, 3 months. Where are we in the area of power generation? The president said that any president that is unable to fix the power in 2 years has failed. But Mr. President, have you passed? Another thing is this. Let me now come down to, I'm from Osun State. Let me come down to my state. I want to say that, and this one goes to the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, the former governor of Osun State, Alhaji Boyega. Alhaji, come closer. We ask ourselves, since the administration of President Bola Tinubu has come on board, what has been the benefit of Osun people in terms of infrastructure, in terms of economic development? You just say economic development is not per state. Everybody knows there is nothing like. But in terms of infrastructure, the government will be telling us that they are working on infrastructure to improve infrastructure and all this and that. But we only have Lagos to Calabar coastal road about 15 trillion naira. I don't even know where that is done across the globe. When we can actually fix train and every other thing to ensure that we convey things, from one place to another, convey people. Let me say this: from Manchester to London is about it's just like a distance from Lagos to Ilorin. But I can tell you that if a football fan moves from Manchester to London to watch a football match 4 p.m. or 4:30 p.m. on a Sunday, I can tell you that football fan who is going to leave, is going to sleep in his or her house. And over 70% of people in that country do not move with cars or buses, they move with train. Now, instead of us to look at how we can improve that, we are spending billions of dollars in that area. Another thing is that in the whole of Southwest, we can see the issue of Ekiti that happened recently. And I think that this is our time we have to advise the president. The issue of Ekiti, I passed through that road from Akure to Ado-Ekiti. is now held. That 2023 when I passed, December 2023 when I passed through that road, I knew what I passed through. But now it is even worse. Even the government of Ekiti State has become another geography teacher. You can see this kind of graphics, transport analysis, transport advisory, or whatever they call it, telling us that if you are moving from Akure to Ado-Ekiti, you have to come back to Igbaraoke. Whereas if you are coming back to Ilesha, then you enter from Igbaraoke. You can see the map there. It is tell us how to enter Ado-Ekiti from Abuja, just because the federal roads are bad. Akure, Ibadan, Ife, Akure road is already in a very terrible state. I can see you will see the road there. You can see what people are passing through. In fact, there is a section of the road between Ikiri and Gbongan that people are now using one lane because the other lane is bad completely. And in 2 years, the president from Southwest is unable to actually say it has been approved. For how many years, how many months are we going to wait for before the project commenced? The Tioni Road, we heard about it, nothing has happened. And we are asking ourselves, if in 2 years the president is commissioning 30 kilometers of 700-kilometer coastal road that is going billions of dollars, we ask ourselves, how long will it take? That is just a simple mathematics. 24 months to construct 30 kilometers. Some people will say it did not start immediately after the administration. Fine. Let's say 12 months to construct 30 kilometers. How long will it take us to construct 700 kilometers of this road? And we are still having another one from Badagry to Sokoto. Mr. President, is this how an ordinary person will continue? And when you look at it economically, we say we are getting more money, but we are having more debts. We are increasing the loans. We are increasing the debt profile. And also, if you look at it very well, the 2024 budget has not been implemented. And I just want to ask, what exactly is the priority of this administration? What exactly is this president looking into? We are renovating or rehabilitating Lagos Airport with 712 billion naira. That amount is enough to get more people jobs, to get more people, opportunities here and there. We are asking ourselves, as an Osun person, Mr. Minister, come closer. Can we know what Osun people have gotten in terms of infrastructural development? Yes, a lot of honorable minister, apart from appointments that we have from the west, from the east, from central, I don't think the people of Osun can lay their hands into anything that this present government has done for us in Osun State. Yes, some people will say we have a new university. It has not picked up, and we cannot say that. We understand that now there is a ban on even the university creation after we have created the one we have in nation. Fine, but I'm not sure that will affect the life of an ordinary person. Another thing is this: we do not know how the prices, the tuition fee of that institution will be. Remember, we have a Federal University of Health Sciences in La. It's not for ordinary person. Go and check the tuition fee. It's just like the University of Ilesha that Governor Adebala Adeleke established for us according to him. But even though they will say that it has started before his administration. Yes, it has started before his administration because the approval and everything has been secured before he came on board. But when he came on board, he increased the price. The tuition fee from what it was to as high as 1.5 billion naira at a state university. Go to Ila, you ask them how much they are paying. They are paying 700,000 as a federal university. Yes, they will say education is not cheap. But what exactly are we subsidizing in this country? The power has gone up for people in Bande or whatever we call it. And also, a lot of things have actually increased. We now ask ourselves, is this how we are going to say, president? Is this how it is going to continue? Politics apart, it is time for Mr. President to sit down. And if you look at how the Mr. President has traveled in the last 2.5 years, go and say, I know that he has spent billions of naira. Mr. President bought a new vehicle that is, living in opulence. about 15 billion naira was 21 billion naira was spent on vice president's office renovation. A new private jet for Mr. President was procured for 150. Some people say 150 million dollars. Some people say it's don't even know the actual amount. That's running into billions of naira. Another, now the power, the Aso Villa is going to be on the solar grid of 10 billion naira. It means even the president and his people have lost hope in the power supply, because if you have not, why saying that we want to construct a solar grid for the presidential office, I mean presidential villa in Abuja? These are some of the things that we now ask. What exactly has been the benefit of an average person? Let me put it in these guys in Pella's language. What have I benefited from the government? I think Pella, when he was asked to, I remember that thing when he was asked to pay some money. That is it. What has an average Nigerian benefited from the government of President Bola Tinubu in terms of economy and standard of living? Has it increased? Or infrastructural wise, people from this southwest Nigeria, where the president comes from, are still lamenting. Moving from Osogbo to Ibadan is a hell of a thing. Moving from Ibadan to Ado-Ekiti, in fact, Ado-Ekiti to Akure. Moving from Ado-Ekiti to Akure is another very big problem. A very big problem, and even the government, as I said earlier, is now giving us travel advice. How are we going to ensure? And Mr. President is busy campaigning for second term. Even his people are saying 2027 no shaking. That is not the issue for now. The issue for now is governance. Thank you. I am Jare Tiamiyu. Bye for now.